Two types of Robitussin cough syrup have been recalled because of microbial contamination that could be dangerous for people who are immunocompromised or medically at risk. Now, we know that Lewis takes a nice shot of Robitussin every morning before he comes to work.
Is that a third ear you're growing?
Do you use Robitussin Honey? CF Max Day Adult.
Honey's my go-to.
Oh, my gosh.
Orange bottle, baby.
So what is it causing?
It's just basically if you're immunocompromised, it's not good for you to have microbial contamination in your body. You are...
Anything to speed this process up.
I feel like you are a healthy individual, so you're probably fine.
You know, you got to stop saying that, man.
Saying what?
Saying that speed this process up and stuff. You don't want to live that long.
I don't.
Starting to worry me.
So I'm not supposed to be honest. There's a difference between not wanting to live a long, healthy life and being suicidal. I don't want to be in my 80s. That doesn't mean I want to off myself tomorrow.
Sounds like this might.
But you're talking like you're 75.
Right.
You're only 40.
If I see 75, there's a problem. What?
Dude.
What's the max age for you?
You know what?
Max age.
63 and out, baby.
Gosh.
Bro, like I am 4 years from that.
I didn't say the max age for you.
I'm just saying, like, when you get to be this age,
You're going to feel different.
you're going to feel different. Yes.
I don't know.
I feel bad, you know, because I was so fat when I was 40, and now I feel better than I did when I was 40.
I don't
feel like this has anything to do with weight or anything. I feel like it's more of a
lifestyle. I don't want to be the super old guy in the room.
Do you think 63 is the super old guy in the room? Is that what you think?
You better be very careful how you answer.
I mean, listen, I am not under any delusions that I'm not old. I'm an old person, but I'm
you
saying,
don't
like,
look
I'm
your age.
still
You
okay.
don't
I don't
look
even
your
care
age
if
at
I
all.
do.
Or
I don't
act
care.
it.
I don't. I definitely don't act it.
That's for sure.
I don't care how old I look. That does not bother me. In fact, when people tell me I don't look 59, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care that you think. I mean, I don't need to look young. It doesn't bother me. But I'm saying, when you feel energetic and involved and engaged with life, you don't really feel like,
You know what I think it is?
it's time to go.
Here's what I think it is. I think it's the fact that my sense of family has changed a lot in the last couple of years, either due to death or scattering, my family being scattered everywhere. The other side, I don't have kids of my own, so I don't have that, and I know you don't either. So you,
Yeah, you're really like, I'd love to hear your
I don't have
explanation.
that. Like Rick right now is the guy who's living vicariously through his kids and his grandkids. Like that's, I mean, how many times has he come in here raving, and rightfully so, about his granddaughter?
Right,
just the other day.
Rick is involved in his own life as well. He's fully engaged in living life.
He is, but I have chose a very selfish path over my over the course of my life to do what I do and be, where I am, and not have any kids, not have ever really truly had that family demographic. And now the kids that live in my household, I've already outlived my usefulness to them. So I don't want to be I've done a lot. Like I've accomplished a lot. I've done things that people would probably love to have been able to do. So that's a good number to be out.
There's still more to do.
Be out on my own terms.
So
not
much
be
more.
You're 40.
Oh my God, you're depressing me.
And listen, let's just get it straight here. I am not putting all my efforts into this morning show if you're out. I need you to be in. I really need you to be in.
I am in.
Are
I
you?
just don't want to have. Yeah, why is it so wrong to not want to see 70?
No, you said 63.
63.
Okay, fine, I'll go 65. Does that make it?
Oh my God.
Although really it doesn't matter to me. I'll be way out before then.
So you're handing over all this money to the government that you're never going to get back.
I don't care. I mean, they're going to take it either way. But here's the thing: when we were talking about $500,000 for a year of your life, who threw out the biggest number?
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
I dropped 25 without thinking. There wasn't even a thought.
Give me $12 million.
And I crushed it, maybe going to 30.
Yeah, you did. You did.
By the way, there are some people who agree with you, Lewis.
I see this.
That
makes me feel
don't
better.
want to get old. And I'm like, man, you guys, stop. And Kelly, people are loving you.
Thank you. That's so
Just
nice.
So many compliments about you.
Oh, because I said I'm 59,
Yeah,
and people are like, "Oh,
Let me
you're
clear
59?
something up. I don't walk around every day finding ways to potentially off myself. Like, that's not where we are in life.
But your perspective as a 40-year-old thinking that 63 is old enough, I'm telling you, you will change your mind. You will.
We're going to wager, and I'm going to come see you when you're like...
Wait, let's see. I'll be finished 17. I'll be in my early 80s. You come back and tell me whether you think that 63 is real old.
Me.
I've said my whole life age is a state of mind, and I think for everybody it's different. It depends on how you feel at whatever age you get to and what you're doing in life. I mean, if your health has deteriorated and everything sucks, then I kind of understand. It's like, okay, I went around this world. I've done it. Now I'm good.
Yeah, this is a good discussion, but we're out of time. But this is a really good discustion to have.
There are so many people throwing out the age they want to live to, and I mean, you guys, this is hilarious.
Taylor doesn't want to be 75.
Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through.
All right, so we're talking about longevity and how long do you want to live? Because Lewis, you do bring it up from time to time that you're cool with not living a long life.
For sure.
Yeah, that's fine. Now, Thick and I take that as you have a death wish, but that's not what you mean.
Right, and correct. Like, let me make sure we clear this up because I don't want people knocking at my door. That,
right,
that's what taking me into protective custody.
I told you I was going to jam an air tag in you. Yeah. So just to find out where you are.
I don't walk around trying to find ways to off myself. I don't lay in bed at night going, man, if I just did that. No, that's not it. I just don't want. You know how some people want to grow old and watch their grandkids, great-grandkids, and whatever. Like, I have zero, and I mean capital, bold letters, zero desire for that to happen.
To live a long, long life.
And that's probably because I don't have kids of my own, so I don't have that family demographic, and the kids in my household, I have outlived my usefulness to them, so therefore, like, I understand what that feeling is. Rick is the opposite. You have kids and grandkids.
I have a 1-year-old granddaughter,
but that still constitutes as grandkids. You have.
But what does that got to do with that? That doesn't have anything. I have a ton of bass I still want to catch.
That too. But you're also living somewhat through your kids to an extent. No, but where do you get this from?
No, I think what Lewis is saying is that there's some purpose in being able to watch your family, your grandkids grow up and get married and have lives. There's something that gives you meaning. However, you are fully engaged in your own life, in your own activities, in your own career, and your own hobbies, etc.
Yeah, they have no desire to follow me in retirement to Dallas and go to AT&T Stadium and fish Lake Fork and all. These are the things I want to do.
I'm not saying you're not living your life, but I'm saying you have the aspect of your life where you are living part of your life through your kids and what they're experiencing. Your grandkids.
Coming back to this.
Well, I think because it's what is meaningful to him, and he feels like it's like not really a part of his experience.
And therefore, you have nothing to live for.
There's a difference between not wanting to grow super old and having nothing to live for. That's you're right back to tofu and having sex with dudes.
Well, there is a common theme because we have gotten a lot of texts about this. And it's funny because Doug said, now Lewis will outlive us all.
Probably.
Right. But there is something I am seeing here in a lot of the texts is the whole key is I'm good as long as I don't need somebody else to wipe my ass. That's what everybody keeps saying. As long as I'm not to that point, I want to continue to live.
Well, this longevity survey that I am reading currently says the older we get, the more likely we are to want to live beyond our average lifespan, which is 81 for women and 77 for men. So the older you get, the more likely you are to want to live longer,
right? Which
makes perfect sense because when I remember celebrating my dad's 50th birthday when I was a kid, I guess I was in my 20s, maybe 30. And I thought, that is old. That is an old, like my dad's an old man at 50. Well, now I'm 59 and I'm like, what was I thinking? That's insane that I thought 50 was old because I still feel great, and so it's the older I've gotten, the longer I want to live. I couldn't even envision a life where I lived to 50 years old. But now I envision a
young,
life to where I live to 70, 75, maybe 80. If I'm in good health, I pray. Yeah.
Stacy says, I'd be okay with 75 or so. No way do I want to see anything north of 80. And Taylor says, working in a dental office and seeing anybody over 75 is a pure struggle for them to exist a lot of the time. Their teeth are steadily breaking. They have health update every time we see them. That's just it. Like, that's a lot of it. Like, I look in the mirror now and I go, okay. I don't want to be... I don't want to be the old dude in Metallica that looks in, from The Unforgiven. Like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to see my body go through that change. I don't want to see, all that. I never have, though. But this is not, I know there's the 18 to 30. I've never been that way. Like, I've never not felt this way.
Would you consider yourself to be more of a pessimist or an optimist? What would you say for yourself? I'm a little bit of a pessimist.
I'm a little bit of both. I think I'm a little bit of both, and it depends on the situation. I'm pessimistic in certain situations. I'm optimistic in other situations.
Okay.
But where it comes to my life, I've done things that most people wouldn't be able to do, and I look at it as, I've been to the Olympics. I've been to this award show, that award show.
You feel like you've achieved kind of the things that you've wanted to achieve? Not necessarily
achieving. I've just gotten blessed with the ability to go do things that other people wouldn't. I've skydived. I've bungee jumped. Like, my list is, I've traveled. There's still places I want to travel to, but I'm okay with that.
What are you going to do if you get to that age and the Bengals haven't won a Super Bowl yet?
I know.
See?
Yeah.
I will, if I may.
Yeah, you may.
Coming from a person who's 19 years older than you, we've got a little age gap between us. I will say that the fear of aging that I felt when I was 40 has not been realized in my older years. Like, my skin sags. I'm an older human being. I'm not as flexible as I once was. I'm not as I can't run the distances I used to run.
Sure.
And it does not matter. Like, I don't care. I don't care anymore about those types of things, looks. And I want to be the best I can be, but there are limitations, and I am okay now with those limitations. I never thought I would be. I thought, oh my gosh, I don't ever want to be in a life where I can't do X, Y, and Z. I am there now. There are X, Y, and Z things I cannot do, like run a marathon. Well, I don't want to run a marathon.
You could if you trained.
Maybe. I don't want to. I don't want to
That's
anymore.
Fine,
Back then, I wanted to.
But you still could. That's all I'm saying.
So. But I guess maybe that's a bad example. But certain things, like, I'll never look like I looked at 40. I'm saggy and baggy and wrinkly. I'm 59
well,
years old.
I don't show it that much. I don't know what you're talking about.
But I'm just saying, like, as you get to those ages, you fear.
Yeah.
You're not afraid anymore.
And Lewis will never look like he did at 20.
Yes.
And guess what? Guess what? A 20-year-old will never look like they did at 5. Of course you won't.
No, but there were things that, like, you brought up the Super Bowl. There were milestones. Like, there was part of me, like, my best friend and I used to be like, we just need to live long enough to see how Star Wars ends. And now that I saw how bad Disney effed that up, I'm like, well, we hung on too long.
I'm just saying, the things that you fear will happen when you're older, maybe they will happen, but the fear's not there anymore. It's like you kind of learn how to embrace your age as you age.
I think it's different because I don't want to... How do I word this? It's not... I don't know how to put this into words. But somebody in one of the texts, and I couldn't find the text. It might have been Roger from... Ron. It was Ron. Ron said that he's got, I know if I die tomorrow, I know where the life support, I know where the life insurance policy is paid out to, and that's okay. And I won't leave anything I won't leave a mess that anybody has to clean up. Like, I'll just quietly go. And I just don't I want to be able to kind of be who I am now and not be the older version that can't, like Taylor would say to the dentist. And I see old people all the time. I think they're adorable, but I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that person that can't self-checkout in the grocery store and is the guy in the minivan this morning going 50 in the fast lane because they're too dumb to realize they're needing to be out of that lane. I don't want to be that guy.
Well, you won't necessarily be that guy just because you're at their age. I mean, everybody's different.
But everybody thinks they're moving faster than they really are. You think you're moving faster, then you realize, oh, wait, I'm 60. I'm not moving fast.
How about that old woman, Lori, that older woman in her 70s freaking rocking out to Shinedown? Like, that is a cool thing to me.
I'm in the mosh pit every year. Every metal concert I go to, I'm right down there. I'm banging around with everybody.
And again, those outlying stories like that are cool and cute. But like, you know what Kevin just said, I'm with Lewis, working in the ER for so long, seeing what people are needing and any sort of assistance. I don't want that. I'm good with 60 or 65 so I can have some grandkids and then let me go.
All right. Well,
woo, guys.
By the way, you mentioned the old man in the Metallica videos.
Mm-hmm.
Metallica, the band, those guys are in their 60s, just so you know.
Sure.
And they look like they're having the time of their life to me. So.
Well, they've got $182 million in the bag. That helps.
I'm just saying, the way they move around, everything they do, that, you know, they seem fine. I see them in concert. They look the same as they did 20 years ago. They don't, not the, you know, on the face, but I'm saying they act the same. They're still behaving the same way, doing the same things they've always done. So I guess it's, you know, individually where you're at. All right.